Hey dear learners, welcome back to e-learning platform of GS College of Commerce, Vertha. This lecture is for the BCom 6th semester for the subject Advanced Statistics. So as you all know, we are dealing with the chapter Regression Analysis under this subject. That is our second unit, okay? So since last few lectures, we have seen the concepts related with the regression analysis, and then we have seen the different numerical problems of regression analysis. Okay, we are dealing with the type 1 problem whereby the two series are given. Today as well we are going to deal with a type 1 problem, but here some more information has been given in the problem. We have been given a kind of word problem. We have to do the same thing, but we have been asked indirectly. Okay, so let's read the problem so that you can understand it. So here it's given that a panel of judges P and Q graded 7 debaters and independently awarded the following marks. So here it's being said that there is some kind of debate competition, okay, and there are 2 judges in that debate competition, and there are 7 participants in that debate competition, okay. So there are 2 judges who are awarding grades, Judge P and Judge Q. Okay, there is some debate competition. There are 2 judges in that debate competition, Judge P and Judge Q. Okay, who are giving grades to the different debaters. So this is the situation. Now what we have been given further. We have been given further an 8th debater was awarded 36 marks by Judge P, while the Judge Q was not present. Later, there is some other participant who have entered into the competition. Means 8 participants have entered into the competition later on, and at the time of giving grades to the 8th debater, Judge Q was not present. So only Judge P was present. Okay, when the marks had been given to the 8th competitor, 8th number of debater. So what has happened? The Judge Q might have left. Only Judge P was available. So Judge P has given 36 marks to the 8th number of debater. Okay, the Judge P has given 36 marks to that debater who has given his speech on 8th position, on 8th number. Okay, so what has been asked in the question? In question it is being asked if Judge Q were also present, so how many marks would you be expected to have been awarded by him to the 8th debater? So to us it has been asked if the Judge Q would have been present there, so how much marks he would have awarded to the 8th debater. So what is the situation? It is the situation whereby we have 8 debaters. Okay, at initial stage we are having 7 debaters and we are having 2 judges, Judge P and Judge Q, who are awarding marks to the different competitors. But later on what happens, the 8th number of competitor also enters in the competition, and at that time what happens, the Judge Q left. Okay, Judge Q leaves from the competition, and because of which he could not give marks to the 8th number of participant. Okay, now Judge P is a only judge who is giving marks to the 8th number of debater, 8th debater. Okay, so we have been asked if the Judge Q would have also been present there, so how much mark he would have awarded to the 8th debater. Okay, so basically what we have to ask, we have been asked the most estimated value of y when the value of x is given. Like we have been asked if Judge P is giving 36 marks, if Judge P is giving 36 marks to the 8th number of debater, so how much mark this Judge Q would have given if he would have been available at that time. Here what we are considering, here we are considering marks given by Judge P as x and marks given by Judge Q as y. Okay, so therefore to 8 number of participant, this Judge P is giving 36 marks. What we have to find out? We have to find out if this judge Y have also been present at the time of 8th number of competitors. So how much mark he must have given? So this is the general framework of question that we need to understand. Okay. So this question is bit different from the earlier questions that we have taken. Why? Because here we have been given a kind of word problem. So from that word problem, after reading that word problem, we have to interpret what has been given, and then we have to interpret what has been asked, and on that basis we have to solve the problem. Okay. So we have determined what we have been given, we have determined what we have to find out. So basically we have to find out the most estimated value of y, and when the most estimated value of y needs to be found out, so what we need? We need regression equation of y on x. Okay. So this is the thing that we have to find out. So basically here we have to find out regression equation of y on x, so that we can get the value of y with the help of x, which is already given. Okay. So for this we have to start with the regression coefficient. Okay. Regression coefficient of y on x. Why are we directly starting with the y on x and not x on y? We are directly starting with the y on x because here we have to find out the value of y. Y means the marks given by judge Q to the 8th participant. Okay, that we have to find out. That is why we are directly going for regression coefficient of y on x. Okay. So what is the formula to find out regression coefficient of y on x? It's byx is equals to n into summation dx dy minus summation dx into summation dy upon n into summation dx square minus summation dx whole square. Okay. So for finding out this regression coefficient of y on x, we have to put up these values. To put up these values, from where we are going to get this value? We are going to get this value from the preparation chart. So for putting up this value, first of all, we have to complete the preparation chart. Okay. So generally the making of preparation chart is our first step. But now, as I was explaining you the problem, I was explaining you what needs to be found out in the problem. That is why I have written the formula as well. Okay. So we have made the preparation chart as we used to make earlier as well, whereby we have written x column, dx square column, y column, dy square column, dx dy column. That is the product of dx column and the dy column. Okay. So here this x represents the marks given by judge P to 7 participants. Okay. And this y refers to the marks given by judge Q to the 7 participants. On the basis of this data, we have to make the preparation chart and we have to solve the problem as well. Okay. So we have been given the marks of 7 participants, which is allotted by judge P. Okay. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate deviation from X series. How do we calculate it? We have to assume, assume mean from the X series. You can take any number as assume mean, but generally we prefer to take the smallest number of X series as assume mean, so that we can have the simpler calculations further. Okay, so what is the smallest number in X series? It's 28. Okay. So that is why we will consider that 28 is our assumed mean from X series. Okay. What is the formula to calculate deviation from X series? So it is X minus A, means given item minus assumed mean. What is the given item? 40. What is the assumed mean? 28. So 40 minus 28. It comes to 12. Okay. After that, 34 minus 28. So it comes to 6. After that 28 minus 28, 0. 30 minus 28, 2. Then 44 minus 28, 16. 38 minus 28, 10. 31 minus 28, 3. Okay. So this way we have calculated the values to be put under dx column. What is the next step? We have to calculate the values to be put under the dx square column. How do we calculate it? Dx into dx. So for in first column it would be 12 into 12. 12 into 12. It comes to 144. Then square of 6, 36. Square of 0, 0. Square of 2, 4. Square of 16, it comes to 256. Square of 10, 100. Square of 3, 9. This way we have completed dx square column as well. Why? We have taken this data from the question itself. Now we have to calculate dy. Okay. Dy means deviation from y series. And what is the formula for finding out the deviation from y series? So it is y minus a, means given items minus assumed mean. We generally prefer to take smallest number of series as assumed mean. So what is the smallest number in series y? 26. So we will consider 26 as our assumed mean. So how are we going to calculate dy? 32 minus 26. It comes to 6. Then 39 minus 26. It comes to 13. After that 26 minus 26. 0. 30 minus 26. 4. 38 minus 26. 12. 34 minus 26. 34 minus 26. 8. 28 minus 26. 2. So this way we have calculated the values to be put under dy column. Now what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the values to be put under dy square column. So dy square means dy into dy. So 6 into 6, 36. 13 into 13 or the square of 13, 169. Square of 0, 0. Square of 4, 16. Square of 12, 144. Square of 8, 64. Square of 2, 4. This way we have computed the value that needs to be put under dy square column. Now we have to calculate the values to be put under dx dy column, that is the product of dx into dy. Okay. So 12 into 6, of course 72. Then 13 into 6, 78. Right. Then 0 into 0, 0. 2 into 4, 8. Then 16 into 12. 16 into 12. It comes to 192. Okay. 192. Then 10 into 8, 80. Then 3 into 2, 6. This way we have calculated the value to be put under dx dy column. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the summation of the different columns, because in formula we need to put the summations. Okay. So here we have to find n with the help of x series. How many participants are there to whom the judge P is giving mark? 7 participants. So n is equals to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Then we have to calculate summation dx. Okay. We have to add this. Add the different values that we have put under this column. So 12 plus 6 plus 2 plus 16 plus 10 plus 3. So it comes to 49. Okay. So summation dx is equals to 49. Then we have to compute the value of summation dx square. For that we have to add different values which we have put under dx square column. So 144 plus 36 plus 4 plus 256 plus 100 plus 9. So it comes to 549. Okay. It comes to 549. Summation dx square is equals to 549. Then we have the y column, y series, whereby we have been given again 7 number of participants. So n is equals to 7. Then we have to compute summation dy. Okay. For this we have to add the values which are being given under the dy column. So it is 6 plus 13 plus 4 plus 12 plus 8 plus 2. So it comes to 45. Okay, it comes to 45. Summation dy is equals to 45. Then we have to make the total of column summation dy square. That is, we have to make summation dy square. Okay. For that, we have to add all these values which have been put under this column. So 36 plus 169 plus 16 plus 144 plus 64 plus 4. So it comes to 433. Summation dy square is equals to 433. Then we have dx dy column. So we have to find out summation dx dy by adding all these values. Okay. 72 plus 78 plus 8 plus 192 plus 80 plus 6. So it comes to 436. Okay. So this way we have completed the preparation chart. Now what is the next thing that we have to do? We have to put the values in the formula from this preparation chart for finding out the regression coefficient of y on x. Why are we finding out the regression coefficient of y on x and not x on y? Because we have to find the value of variable y when the variable x is available with us. Okay, and whenever we have the variable x available with us and we have to find the value of variable y, what we do? We use the regression equation of y on x. That is why we are working on calculating regression coefficient of y on x over here. Okay. You will understand this if you are going to see the lecture of basics. Here I am giving you the brief description of it. Okay. So let's put the values in the formula. N is equals to 7. Summation dx dy is equals to 436. Value of summation dx 49. Value of summation dy 45 upon 7 into value of summation dx square 549. Value of summation dx 49. Whole square of 49 we have to find out. Okay. So 7 into 436. It comes to 3052. 3052. Minus 49 into 45. So it comes to 2205. Okay, 2205. Then 7 into 549. It comes to 3843. 3843. Then square of 49. So it comes to 2401. So 3052 minus 2205, so it comes to 847. Okay, then 3843 minus 2401, it comes to 1442. 1442. Okay, 847 divided by 1442, it comes to 0.5874. We are taking up to 4 digits. Okay, we are taking up to 4 digits after decimal point. So here we have calculated regression coefficient of y on x. Okay, what we need to calculate further? We have for finding out the regression equation of y on x, we need to calculate mean of x series. Mean of x series. Okay, what is the formula? Ax is equals to x plus summation dx upon n. Okay, what is the meaning of x? Meaning of x is assume mean from x series. What is that? 28. So 28 plus what is the value of summation dx? 49. What is the value of n? 7. So 28 plus 49 by 7. 49 by 7, it comes to 7. 28 plus 7, it comes to 35. Okay. So mean from X series is equals to 35. Further, for finding out the regression equation of y on x, what we need? We need the mean from y series as well. That is why here we will find out mean from y series. Okay, mean from y series. What is the formula? Ay is equals to y plus summation dy upon n. What is the value of y? Y means the assumed mean from y series. 26. Okay. What is the value of summation dy? 45. Okay. What is the value of n? 7. So 26 plus 45 divided by 7. Okay. 45 divided by 7, it comes to 6.4286. Okay. 26 plus 6.4286. 26 plus 6.4286. It comes to 32.4286. Okay. So here we have calculated assumed mean from y series as well. Now what is the next thing that we have to do? We have to find out regression equation of y on x. Regression equation of y on x. Okay, that is regression line y on x. So what is the formula? Here it's y minus mean of y series is equals to byx, that is coefficient, regression coefficient of y on x, multiplied by x minus mean of x series. So here we will put the values. Y would be as it is. As value of mean from y series is 32.4286. Value of byx is 0. Value of byx is 0.5874. Value we are going to put x as it is, and value of assumed mean value of mean from x series is 35. Okay, so this way we have put the values. Now we have to go for the computation. Y minus 32.4286 is equals to 0.5874 into x. So it will come to 0.5874x. Okay. Then 0.5874 into minus 35. If you are going to do 0.5874 into minus 35, so plus into minus would be minus. So answer would be in minus. So 0.5874 into minus 35, it will come to minus 20.559. Okay, it will come to minus 20.559. So we have written it down over there. Now y is equals to 0.5874x minus 20.559. Now we are going to take this minus 32.4286 on the right hand side. So sign of this will change. Okay, it's in minus, so it will become plus. Then plus 32.4286. Okay, so this way we have written the value. Now we have to perform further calculation. So 0.5874x minus 20.559 plus 32.4286. Okay, plus minus minus, sign of big number. So what is the big number? 32.4286. So that it is in plus. That is why sign of plus. Then minus 20.559 plus 20.559. So it comes to 11.8696. 11.8696. So with the use of this equation, what we can find? We can find the value of y if the x is given. This is what we have been asked in the problem. We have been asked that if the eighth participant enter into the competition, and at his time, at the time of giving marks to him, only Judge P is available, and Judge P is giving him 36 marks. So marks given by Judge P is denoted by variable x, means the value of x is 36. Okay, so we have been asked to find out how much mark would have been given to the participant if Judge Q was available. So marks given by Judge Q is being represented by variable y. Okay, so what we have to find out? We have to find out the marks which is being allotted to the eighth participant if Judge Q would have been available at that time. Means we have been given the value of x, and with the help of that we have to calculate the value of y that we are doing. For this we was in requirement of regression equation of y on x that we have already found out. By putting this regression equation, we can find out the value of y when the x is available. Okay, so what is the equation? Y is equals to 0.5874 x plus 11.8696. Okay, so 0.5874 x. What is the value of x? 36. So we will write 36 at the place of x. Okay, then plus 11.8696. So 0.5874 into 36. 0.5874 into 36. It comes to 21.1464 plus 11.8696. So 21.1464 plus 11.8696, it comes to 33.016. So 33.016 is the marks which would have been given to 8th candidate if Judge Q was available. And what we had to find out? We had to find out only one thing, that is the marks that would have been given to the 8th participant if Judge Q would have been available. So we have got our answer. Judge Q would have given 33.016 marks to the 8th participant if he would have been available at the time of 8th participant. So here, this way we have completed this problem. We have solved this numerical. What we have first done? Firstly, we have read the problem, we have tried to interpret the problem, then we have seen what are the things which have been given in the problem, then we have seen what are the things that we have to determine. We have prepared the preparation chart, and with the help of that preparation chart we have proceeded further, and finally we have found out our answers. Okay, we have found out our answer and we have interpreted it. So this way we have completed this problem. Okay, you would be given the link of question in the description box along with this lecture. So go through the question well, then try to understand the methodology for solving the problem. Try to solve some more problems similar to this problems. If you want this, so please contact me, and keep watching the YouTube lectures. Stay home, stay safe, stay thirsty for the knowledge. Thank you so much.